Let's see if you have thalassophobia. I'm going to show you 5 photos. If you feel too uncomfortable to make it to the 5th photo, then you could have thalassophobia. So let's go. First one. How about this? Feeling uneasy yet? Almost there. Last one. If those images made you feel uneasy, then you may have thalassophobia, which is the fear of deep bodies of water. So let me know if you discovered a new phobia.
Interesting Facts You Never Knew, Part 12. In this video, we're going to be talking about safety standards of the 60s. This first photo is a really good example of how lenient the safety standards were back then. This is a chairlift back in the 1960s. No handrails, nothing to ensure that you fall out. You just have to hope and pray you make it to the top without falling. Next, we're going to be taking a look at a few of the 60s children's car seats. This is not really good for safety. If you get into a car accident, the kid's head is going to fly straight through that steering wheel, and they're going to end up with a concussion or worse. And then again, I still can't get over the chairlifts back here. There's nothing on the side of them. You could literally just fall off.
Breaking news! This account has received another update on a case previously mentioned in a past episode. The identity of the Opelika Jane Doe has finally been identified. Here's the full story. Recently Solved Mysteries, episode 32. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Discussing my 1-minute horrors TikTok series, episode 86, 2 Unsolved Mysteries with Creepy Photos, case number 1. On January 28, 2012, a resident found the partial skull of a child behind a trailer park in the city of Opelika, Alabama, which sits right next to Auburn. A few days later, investigators found the lower jaw, other skeletal remains, a shirt, and some hair in a wooded area nearby the partial skull. She was an African-American girl between the ages of 3 to 7. Unfortunately, according to the autopsy, she had been a victim of repeated abuse and neglect for years. She suffered from malnourishment and multiple apparent injuries, including broken bones and blindness in her left eye. The damage was visible to anybody who interacted with the girl, dubbed the Opelika Jane Doe. And because of that, investigators believe that the injury to her eye likely occurred months to a year before her death. They also think that she may have died between 8 months to 2 years before being discovered, and that the killers and the disposers of the body were familiar with the nearby area. This shocked the entire city, as this meant that someone among them, some everyday local, committed the murder. For 11 years, attempts to locate and identify the girl had been proved unsuccessful. Still, luckily, her DNA has been sent to genealogy companies, hoping to identify the Opelika Jane Doe. 10 years later, in January of 2022, the Opelika Jane Doe's remains were sent to genealogy company Othram Incorporated in Texas. A DNA extract from the remains were used to build a genealogical profile. Then, the Opelika Police Department, or OPD, sought famed genealogist Barbara Ray Venter, known for helping police investigators identify the original Night Stalker of California, to produce investigative leads, which were returned to the OPD. By October 2022, authorities, with Ray Venter, identified the Doe's father as 50-year-old Lamar Vickerstaff Jr. Vickerstaff was born and raised in Opelika before enlisting in the U.S. Navy, traveling all around the country. The OPD then traveled to Jacksonville, Florida, where Vickerstaff is stationed, to notify him of his daughter's death. During the inquiry, however, Vickerstaff did not provide investigators with any information on the identity of the Opelika Jane Doe. Detectives then met with Vickerstaff's wife, Ruth, who has been married to Lamar since May of 2006 and was unaware of having a daughter. That's when authorities realized that Lamar remarried and that Ruth was not the Doe's biological mother. Ray Venter subsequently determined several possible matches for the Doe's mom, narrowing the results down to a 37-year-old woman named Sherry Wiggins, who resided in Maryland and was the Doe's real mother. By providing proper documentation, in addition to follow-up DNA testing provided by Othram Incorporated, Wiggins confirmed that the Opelika Jane Doe is 5-year-old Amori Wiggins of Opelika, Alabama, on January 19, 2023. Lamar and Ruth Vickerstaff obtained legal and physical custody of their daughter in 2009 when Wiggins' visitation with Amori was suspended, though was continuously paying child support. Detectives furthermore found out that Amori was never enrolled in school, nor she was reported missing. With this information, they charged Lamar with murder and Ruth with failure to report a child. As of late January 2023, both are currently held in a...
Plane crash info is one of the most disturbing websites on the internet. Now, if you don't know what this is, you're obviously probably wondering, what is this website? This website documents the final sounds of planes right before they crash and posts them to the site. But it doesn't capture the outside of the plane, it captures the inside. Every fearful scream and shriek from the passengers within the planes that are going down is documented and posted to this site. In some of them, you can hear the pilots trying to sort out what to do to get the plane back up into the air and working again, and it's just so dark.
It has been cleared about heading to New Jersey. The outbound Lincoln Tunnel looks a lot better for you in New Jersey. Hit the wire, hit the wire, hit the wire!
It's a very, very disturbing website, and I have to urge all of you guys not to go visit it, but if you choose to, you'll understand why.